Hey, we're right about to jump into another late night LoL. We're 6 minutes 32 seconds in, and I thought, you know what? I'm always scrambling to describe everything. So, real quick, before we jump into how things are going, bot lane for blue team is Graves and Leona. That's a good kill lane versus Taric and Ezreal, another great kill lane. Super aggressive. We have Taric, who's going to be giving extra armor to Ezreal with a great stun as well. He's kind of easy mode in my mind, especially with his heals. Leona is all about killing. She is all about giving extra bonus damage, and Graves, who's a real tanky champion, doesn't really need support in that way. He's going to be able to do tons of damage on top of his already strong damage. Top lane for this game, we have the new hero Jace, who's gone boots pots, and it looks like he's probably going to be going AD Jace for top lane. I'm going to try and pay attention to him. I've only fought a Jace as Draven, so I don't really have enough experience either seeing how he goes. And top lane, Vladimir. That's kind of fun. Mid lane, pretty standard. We have Karthus and a Nidalee, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle things. And for the jungle, Nunu and Shaco, who's right about to start some damage. So let's jump into the match. Alrighty. So Shaco is sneaking in, but he has already been spotted. Yeah, he's already been spotted. Let's see, does he know he's been spotted? Red team is still playing it kind of safe. I mean, they can afford to. Taric can easily stun anybody that's going to cause trouble. And Shaco, he is going to be moving in, using Deception. Oh, poor Leona missing with her skill shot. Not going to be able to do much. Oof, and red team has spotted blue was both of their wards. They're going to get away with probably clearing out those bushes entirely. And robbing blue team of the very needed vision. Oof, Graves knocking something. Oh, and we have Jace. Is he going to be leaping? Nope. So let's head back here. Looks like the lane is standardized. Shaco is teleporting back to base. We have a pretty standard trade right now going on in mid. Karthus is at 46, Nidalee's at 42, so they seem to be doing pretty even right now. Nidalee with blue buff, Karthus without it. But, oh, and look at that! He did not base back! You know what? Let's just jump back 15 seconds, see what happens. So, here's where I lost faith in the lane. He jumps forward while he's trying to clear the ward, going after Ezreal. They've landed a passive onto Taric, doing tons of damage, and Shaco is going to be running in after him. Oh, he's got a lot of natural armor, and he's using his heal. So Taric would be... he has a pretty good chance of surviving. Let's see what he's leveling up first. Oh, wow, everything into Shatter. It's an interesting decision. But that is giving a bonus armor to that Ezreal. Let's see that they've now got them pushed to tower. Ezreal doesn't really have good clearing abilities, but he has slowed down. And oh my god, Taric taking tons of damage. Leona has jumped on top of Ezreal, who managed to E away. Right now, Nunu is clearing out that ward. And oof, Ezreal is taken down by Graves. And now he's moving in there too. Managing to get a double kill. Tons of kills going on down there. Looks like Nunu is only going to be able to farm a little bit of creep. Meanwhile, Shaco running around the jungle. Wow. Did Jace die too? No, he's just back at base. He's shopping. Ooh, a bee. Oop. Need to learn Hex Tech. That's a good counter against this this Vladimir, who is currently building a... oh, so he's got a spell vamp, and he's right up at the hit level 9. That's when this lane gets interesting. He's going to be using the speed boost he's getting from switching. Oof, doing tons of damage. He's decided, he's going for it. He's going for it. Probably a bad call because he could pull and boom. Going down. Not that good of a trade. Equaling each other out. Nunu doing a failed bid for Dragon. Managed to get a little bit of health back from his Q. And Taric coming in there, maybe trying to save his life. Dragon has, oof. That damage over time for Dragon. Too good. Too good. Dragon OP. Let's see what's going on right here. It's always fun to watch Graves do his business. Like I said, I am hoping if bottom lane does get a little boring, which is impossible with a Taric and a Leona, to get some Jace action going on. Oop, Taric poking his face out there. Letting people know he's there. A little bit, but Graves and Leona, both of them are going to have a bunch of armor. Oh, and they have leaped onto him. Doesn't matter how much armor you have when all that Leona... oh, man. And Karthus managing to take out Leona, wounding Graves. Graves has got a lot of armor, but he is, oof, not going to be able to escape this Ezreal. Can he make it to tower? He has been ignited, and boof, down. Ezreal managed to do stuff. Karthus You know what? They've nerfed the global ults, but that still really doesn't matter because they are absolutely fantastic. Oof, Nunu is disconnected from the game. Hopefully that's not a leaver status. That could be really detrimental to red team here. Maybe it's just a little connection thing, or he's really angry about Dragon. Ooh, that's pretty good for farming. But he's going to be jumping back in here. Ezreal, he's going to be really aggressive, probably to make up for the fact that Nunu is currently sitting in base doing nothing. Nidalee and Karthus, nothing ongoing there, but you know what? The good thing about this lane for Karthus is that he can, you know, basically keep this at a standstill between him and Nidalee, fire off his R every now and then, and manage to farm kills just sitting here at base. Oh hey, Ezreal has managed to level up a little bit more. He's going to be basing his 2 Doran's Blade, so he's got oof and a BF sword. He's going to start becoming a much larger threat. Meanwhile, up top, Jace and Vladimir, both of them doing their farming. Jace seems to be doing tons of damage right now. Oof, he's going to be going after Vladimir once again. The hammer lands. He has been slowed, doing a bunch of damage, knocking him away a little bit. Oh, look at all that damage. That is that is great to see. Shaco has come up top as well, but I don't think he's going to do this. Jace is way too crazy to bother doing any kind of gank, and bot lane could go bad at any second. Oh, Shaco is coming in. He's going to loop around the back. Let's see if... Oh, planting in those boxes. Oh, man. And Jace is just really aggressive. But Shaco has managed to sneak in there with stealth. Off, and he has landed. The red buff is going to be doing damage over time. He's already wasted his pool, and a jump from Jace. And Vlad is down. The kills are now equal on blue and red team. And Nunu managed to come back into the game. Blue has managed to really push mid-turn, or Blue has really managed to push things here on bot. Thanks to Leona, thanks to Graves. But we've seen this lane become a complete kill, I guess like Armageddon or whatever, a massacre. And they do have that red ward. Leona jumping in there, landing her passive on Ezreal, who's managing to flash away. But you know what? Taric is still there. He's using his ultimate, increase attack speed and... not attack speed, but he's buffing the AD and AP numbers for Ezreal and himself. Nunu's in here using Blood Boil to close the distance. He probably should have waited to be able to do that on Taric himself. Leona landing a good solid stun on Nunu to try and save Graves. Ezreal going off, not really doing that much damage, and he will live to see another day. Meanwhile, in mid lane, will Shaco manage to do anything to Karthus? Nothing's going to happen, and this red lane is going to be able to farm it up, and Taric and Nunu are going after Dragon. With Taric on sustain, they might actually be able to make it happen this time. Ooh, does Shaco know what's up? Yeah, 3v1. I don't see Shaco really trying to push this. And now that Karthus is involved, it would be a terrible idea for them to try and do anything. There we go. Oh, but are we going to get another jump on Graves, who is very low on mana? But he is leading slightly. I'm not even going to bother mentioning that he's leading in minion kills, because by the time he gets back, Ezreal will manage to even that out a little bit. Both of them porting at the same time. Looks like we've got a support. Oh ho! Look at that. Nunu dying for his troubles. Welcome back to the game. Guess you're dead. Must have invaded their jungle. I like that farming ability from Jace. Using his 2 abilities there. He seems to be a real fun... It's neat to see a Jace and a Nidalee on the same team. Oh, let's see how the bottom lane, support on support action. Something that can only happen in the most unholy of games. I'm going to give this to Taric. Oh, never mind. I'm going to give this to Graves, having showed up. Taric taking massive damage from Graves and Leona. And, oof! Leona getting the favor return. Karthus ult is going to be going off. She is doomed. Tried to turn around at the last second to hopefully do some damage to Ezreal. Let's see what the builds are right now. Ezreal has a completed Bloodthirst for 2 Doran's Blades, so he's going to have tons and tons of sustain. We're looking at, looks like that Grave is going to be going for... I think he's going for anything in general. He seems to be behind in his build, choosing to have a Vampiric Scepter. to get even more lifesteal. But that Bloodthirster could really ruin Graves' day. Let's see what's going on right here. Oof, lots of dancing around. Both of them using their E's very well to jump around. Graves' E does give him extra attack speed, which can help even it out a little bit against Ezreal. Meanwhile, in mid, bad to be Nidalee, as Karthus gets a kill. A 4-1 Karthus with a completed Rod of Ages. He's really going to become a threat. Well, Jace is doing a pretty good job of punishing top lane. He'll probably go back to base or start to wander right now. Let's see, Nunu covering top tower, and we have a lot of pain that's going to be happening. Leona jumping into lane, taking a shot in the face from Ezreal, just kind of letting that happen. Tarek waiting up here in the bushes. Well, I guess he knows that they know that he knows that he's there because he was killing that ward. Graves porting back to base, getting a pickaxe. He is leading for an Infinity Edge. That's a great pick for Graves. Tons and tons of damage. So we'll see what happens down here. Could bottom lose their turret right now? Not sure. They might need a successful game from Shaco, who I don't know if he actually has one. He does have 1 kill and 3 assists. Never mind, he's doing fine. No deaths. So we'll see. He is going after red buff. That could be for him. That could be for Graves. Nah, that's for him. The minions have done their job. Bottom tower is safe for now. But Leona is down to half health. Tarek is absolutely full. He's got that Oracles, that pink eye, so he's going to be spotting out wards. They're not going to be able to really zone out the enemy team. And Ezreal is really starting to farm it up. Oh, and did he... I'm guessing that means he has his ultimate? I don't quite know the cues yet for Pulsefire Ezreal. I'll have to ask Matt about that. Oh, he's using his E to do distance farming. That's not good for Graves. Graves needs to be fearless. He's all about getting in somebody's face. Even though he's carrying a gun, you could almost consider Graves to be a melee champ. Meanwhile, Jace and Vladimir having a rather static lane. Don't see him really getting a kill. Shaco just coming up through lane? I guess he has the deception, so he could probably just jump in there. Oof! And Leona has jumped in there, landing on Tarek, using that passive, doing tons of damage, and Shaco is getting the kill. That'll be good for him. Boots of Mobility and Rickle's Lantern, that's an interesting build for him. And meanwhile, Jace has taken down top tower. I severely doubt there's anything Vladimir can do. Oh, but bot lane, Leona probably left on there. Ezreal and Graves. Graves managing to get the kill, but unfortunately getting killed right back for his trouble. Jace, he's chasing down Vladimir, doing anything he can. He is diving. He apparently has infinite health. And another evened out kill. Oof, and mutually everyone's dying. Everybody dies. Oh, but it's mostly bad for blue, as they are now down to just Leona, who I think is respawned from death. You know, if... Oh, man, so many deaths. So hard to keep up with what's going on. So let's see here. Let's take a quick little breather. Gold is basically even. Blue is leading by that top tower that Jace managed to do because he has absolute dominance over Vlad. I just wish that Jace wouldn't... Well, I guess if you want to get that kill, you want to get that kill. He has a Hex Drinker. He's got a Phage. I guess he's building towards a Trinity Force. That could be interesting, but I've heard the majority of Jace's values are AD. Keeping those wards up, Leona is just kind of dancing around, hoping, I think with all of her hope and bones, that she isn't going to get tower dove. But there are 3 bot. Oh, and between Tarek, the Blood Boil landing down on Ezreal. He's managed to clear that wave, porting in on top of Leona. She's running around, popping. Not really being able to do anything. We'll see what happens if she can get anywhere near Ezreal. He is doing really good right now, really turn the lane. I'm building towards... Oh! And Leona has landed on top of Ezreal, but he poured it out of the way, landing his ultimate beautifully and doing tons and tons of damage to Grave. Managed to kill Leona. Shaco is in there too. They're going to be focusing on that Tarek for some reason, and they have got the kill, but at the cost of Shaco. Nidalee has come down too. Let's see what happens here. Can he get away? He's only got half his mana, but that easily means he can teleport. Tons of damage landing down upon him, maybe thanks to the Shaco clone, and Graves is going in for it. A great Nidalee Spear going in there, taking out Ezreal. He needed to die for a while. Nunu's coming in. He's going to be going after Graves. If Graves has any brains right now, he's going to get the heck out of there. Ice lands. Graves is slowed using his dash. He's got increased attack speed. Hopefully he can do a little bit of lifesteal to try and convince that. Oof. And look at that, how the tables have turned. Land one buckshot, and everything is different. Meanwhile, in mid, Nidalee's made it back there. She's building up nicely. She has her death cap. So her spears are going to be absolutely murderous. Jace, however, continuing to be a great bully top lane. And will Graves get out of there? Oof! And the port has changed fate. And he has killed Nunu. Oof! But Karthus is there, doing tons and tons of magic damage. Graves doesn't really have an answer for this. Leona's trying to rush in. She shouldn't be rushing in. The killing spree is down. Taric is there as well. Can Leona do anything? Nidalee is there in lion form. Maybe she'll start hucking spears. And meanwhile, Vlad died again, but that's not really all that interesting. The Graves ult going down. Was he trying to kill Jace? Yeah, he was trying to kill Jace, but you know what? Jace may be unkillable. Who knows? Unconfirmed. Unconfirmed, unkillable. Oh, it's that Hex Drinker that probably kept him alive. Let's see what's going on right now. Ezreal is pushing bot. He knows that Leona has nothing to offer him. He's a 12. She's a 10. And Taric is still there. He's got that stun. He's got a heal. He's giving that bonus armor. So even Leona's beautiful passive are not going to be able to. We got a ping on red, so let's see. Are they going to be going in for the dragon? Ultimate being used. Where is it going? Is this a farm ultimate? Did not manage to actually kill anything. Oh well, he can fire the thing off whenever he wants. They're all kind of basing. Oh, getting Ezreal that blue buff. It's good for him. That's going to help with the spam. Ooh, Leona and Taric right about to initiate a support. Oh, what a terrible place for her to be. Ezreal ports in, landing a couple attacks. Graves doing a buckshot to try and convince him to walk away. Nothing really happening. He is absolutely not convinced that he has anything to worry about, doing tons and tons and tons of damage. Oh man, this Ezreal could really start to snowball soon. If Graves manages to kill him, this could be good. He does have Infinity Edge, so he can do tons of damage. We do have Shaco there as well. And red team is super aggressive right now. Graves moving in, landing a buckshot, doing very little damage, but Leona's managed to land her passive. Oof, and Taric has melted again. That's... Man, tell me how many times you've seen this breakdown. Ezreal is walking away, teleporting into tower range. Nidalee will be walking back up to mid. Ooh, Vladimir is mid now. That's a new image. And Jace is coming up behind him. Using the movement speed boost, he lands a hammer blast. Nidalee and Jace are chasing after Vladimir, and he is running scared while Blue is approaching Dragon. Let's see if the three of them can do anything. Shaco trying to zone out Nunu right now. And Nunu is on his own. Blue team is all there, and he is absolutely boned. Red team moving in. Ezreal super fed, managing to land a blast on Graves, but they are approaching. They don't seem to care. Oh man, Shaco kind of using his abilities to flash in there. Ult landing on him. Absolutely dead. Let's see the bully Jace and Nidalee see what they can do. Spear misses. And now we have Jace coming in there, landing his abilities. Oof, killing Karthus, shutting him down. That's going to be good for him, but Nidalee dies. You know what? Probably not that bad for the team if she is the one that goes down. There's got to be quite the bounty right now on Jace, who is doing his best to farm it up, and I am really into the amount of farm that Jace is able to do. Forgive me if you've seen a bunch of Jace stuff, but I'm having fun watching this champion. He looks cool. Yet again, another guy that looks like he fell out of 40k. But if you want to talk about funny, oh, and we've got that farm ult. Oh, it's Sparkles. And what was that, 3 minions? As someone who normally plays Caitlyn as an AD champion, that use of that, the kind of like frivolous use of the ult seems kind of funny. Shaco farming it up. Let's see, we're 24 minutes in. Blue has managed to get a nice little gold lead ahead. They're about 3k ahead. But this can still go either way. Both teams are very strong. And considering they have Karthus, they have Vladimir, that Ezreal is really starting to get scary. Let's not sleep on this. Blue team has pinged that mid turret. They won it. So right now, Nidalee can be doing tons of damage with her spears. If she can poke successfully, you know, hotshot style, she's going to be able to do tons and tons of damage. Let's see what blue team manages to do. Shaco jumping in there, managed to kick Tarek out of position. He dodges the spear. The Karthus wall comes down to try and protect him. Nunu is trying to land his ult as best he can, not managing to hit anybody, but has, oh my god, so much damage from that spear. Now you can see why there's still 80 Nidalees. Oh, and Shaco jumps in there, managing to kill, or was that, you know, managing to kill Nunu, probably from the red buff or some other kind of thing. Oh, and the killing spree continues. Oh, the Karthus are going out doing so much damage, but Jace just doesn't seem to care. Shaco goes down to Ezreal, who is all-powerful. Jace is going to be chasing after him, using that speed boost to go in. Mid-tower is safe for now, and Ezreal will be able to blink away a couple of times. Things are... I guess blue team could try and harass right now, but I'm not sure. They should probably go back to farming, which Graves has done. Oh, look at this bot lane. Look at all that farm. Yeah, if you land your W and the Q at the same time, you can wipe out an entire minion wave. There we go. As an AD carry, that was exciting to watch. Ooh, red team wants Nidalee. They know that she was basing. She probably had the shop open or something. Oh, and she is slowed and absolutely butchered. That is terrible for her. Haunting Guys. See, now that's an armor. That's an item that I really hope that like a big thing is made for, like a next tier item. You can turn it into some sort of like, I guess it's Haunting Guys, so Horror Guys or Terror Mask or something stupid like that. Oh, Jace is right about to make a bad decision and get absolutely killed. Thinking that he could cancel Nunu. Bad decisions from Nidalee and Jace. Look at that. Blue team looked like they were in the lead, but right now our red team is going in deep on Baron. It's 26 minutes in, and Nunu is trying to do his best to take most of the damage. They buffed his ability to Q on Baron Nashor. Leona going in ahead. She is jumping on top of Ezreal, who managed to get out of the way. And right now we have Shaco moving in there. Shaco is going to be taken down by Pop-Tart. And we have Graves, who's taking tons and tons of damage. Baron Nashor went down. Oof! They managed to steal Baron. Let's see, 15 seconds back. Let's see when that happened. Oh, look at that. Shaco dying, I think, is what popped Baron, probably allowing Graves to get away, and Leona at the same time. Now Graves is here at tower. What is he going to do? Red team probably pissed. Now Graves is going to be doing tons of damage, and an Ignite on top of that. Ezreal, right now they're... Oh, and that spear! If Ezreal had not popped that summoner heal right now, Vladimir would no longer be among the living. It doesn't really matter. Graves managed to land tons of damage. Another kill. Can they get Ezreal? Well, he's doing his little fly thingy, so I'm not quite sure. Ooh, and Karthus is coming up from behind. He's going to be able to land tons of damage down on them. And the Ezreal missing everybody who really matters. Leona going down. Oh, if a spear had hit anybody right now, it's going to one-shot. But she could be caught out of position. We have Blood Boil. We have Nunu. And Jace, he's pushing it mid. Let's not look away too far. And you know what? I bet this is a frozen lane at this point. Nidalee's going to huck some spears. But right now, Jace is our new terror. He is pushing it up lane. Nidalee spears, not hitting anybody. Bot lane, that could use a little loving, but you know what? They have a pretty good chance. Oh, but red team is completely back. We'll see how blue team manages its retreat. If they're smart, they'll go after something. Now that they have Baron, what they need to do is they need to steal buffs and they need to take towers, and they've already done a pretty good job of pushing towers. Nidalee has given Jace the blue buff. Interesting. Didn't know if he had any kind of cooldown problems. He could have a mana issue. But you know what? Haven't had a chance to play Jace. I will give my impressions and thoughts in 2 weeks, since I've already spent too much money that I don't want to buy Jace. Dad, you know what? Plant Lady. I'll save up for her. Shaco. Oh, he better run. Using Deception to get behind the tower. Nunu knows exactly where he is. Oh, and look at that. Jace catches Tarek. And now we have Nidalee. They've leaped on top of Tarek. They've lost the tower, but they've lost Tarek. Lots of support, and now they're going in. Tons of damage being let down. The death on Karthus, and Jace is just running in there. He is leapt on top of Oh my goodness, left on top of Nunu, and this is the image you'll see all the time. We have Ezreal running away, doing a great job using his E to just blink away, while, ooh, Jace using that speed boof. I'm Canadian now. The boof to chase after that Ezreal. Not going to work. So he almost has like his own Shirelia's Revelry. Blue team going after that mid. They did not lose a single person, while red team was absolutely butchered. Blue team, I guess, is just getting tankier. Well, they caught Taric out of position, so they lost their heal. Red team turret is down. And they have Baron buff, of course. There we go. The more important thing to remember. And blue team is going to do their best to get out of there. Red team knows where they are. But I guess it is pretty obvious they go after red. Graves manages to get red. Jace getting that little minion. And Shaco leaping upon Taric. Let's see what happens right here. Tons of damage being done by Ezreal down on Shaco, but it doesn't matter. Luna comes in there, managing to take the kill. Kill secure on Shaco. Ezreal is running away again, but he doesn't really have a good place to run. And Jace is left on him, almost looking like Darius right there. Ooh, and Jace and Leona have absolutely no health right now, but he's scaring them off with his Q. Nidalee right now doing tons of damage, managed to kill Karthus in the woods, and that is good for blue team. They're going to be able to, I think all of them, get away. Graves now has his last whisper. Ezreal has a Trinity Force, a Bloodthirster that needs to be refarmed, but that's going to be farmed up quicker than the next time I'll notice that he needs to be farming. What has Jace built so far? A completed Trinity Edge. He has a Hex Drinker. Randuin's Omen. Man, that is a tanky, damaging Jace. And we'll follow Shaco running around here. We know the blue team right now, the main thing on their mind is they want to march up mid. Graves wants to march up mid. They want to take an inhibitor. But this could go very bad if he is not careful. Jace is pinging that blue buff. Maybe he wants to give it to Nidalee. That might be a good call. She is becoming an absolute terror with those spears. Let's see here. Leona Graves, always a threat, but I don't know if they're as much of a threat as they think they are. Let's check vision right now. So red team can't see any of blue, and blue team knows exactly where red team is. Man. Blue team taking that dragon. They don't have Baron buff anymore, but they're making use of it as if they are. Red team wants that tower. They've changed their mind. They want to get onto Graves. And will Taric get caught out of position again? Let's see what happens. Leona landing her ult, stunning Vladimir into place. Graves doing his best to pepper damage. Nidalee landing a beautiful spear, and Karthus is down. But Defile and the Nunu ult holding people into place. Tons of damage being done. Will Jace go down? Let's see what happens. Ezreal manages to kill Graves, and he manages to kill, oh my god, a triple kill on Jace, and Shaco is going to be going down as well. This is an ace, a quadra kill. Hey man, almost a penta on that Ezreal. Yeah, man. They just took way too much damage. Ezreal was doing tons of damage during that fight. They were fighting on top of a Defile and a Nunu ult, so they were slowed, forcing them to stand inside of that Defile. Just bad decisions all around. Very bad team fight. Ignoring the ultimates that were available. I'm pretty sure Vlad probably got his ultimate off in there too. So let's see what goes on right now. They're going to be able to push down right through the middle, or they'll wait for the minion wave. I guess they don't feel confident in Taric's ability to block that turret, which they should. Ezreal absolutely shredding that, and you know what? We were looking at a case where blue team was going to be taking out the middle inhibitor for red team, but you know what? Blue just lost theirs because of a bad team fight. Here we go, map awareness. Red team doesn't know the dragon was taken before the fight, so they're going to be wasting a little bit of their time when they could be pushing other lanes to walk into the dragon pit and go, aww. Aww, no dragon. Meanwhile, blue team hopefully sticking together. Never mind. Shaco has ideas of his own, walking on top of a red ward. And they're going to be moving towards Baron, who isn't up yet. But maybe they think red team is at Baron. We'll see what happens. Anything can happen right now. Oof, and we got the duel of the support wards. See what happens right here. Oh, and they knew when Baron was going to respawn. Blue team is leaping upon Baron. They are doing tons and tons of damage, and they have destroyed Baron Nashor. Red team may not have an idea. And tons of damage going down. Shaco was left in there. Jace has separated them. This time the Nunu ult is separated away from Karthus, but you know what? Doesn't really seem to matter. Shaco has gone down. They're being all divided. And Ezreal yet again doing tons of damage, getting that triple kill. Or a double kill. Man, look at that. Absolutely demolished. Blue team just couldn't keep it together. And red team has pinged the Nexus. We could have a pretty... Well, I'm just going to say this is probably GG for blue team. They only lost Karthus, and that's not really someone that really matters to be lost in the middle of a team fight. Let's see, Jace does have Baron buff, but he misses all of the enemy heroes. Will they manage to grab him? He is slowed, and they're going after Nexus. He probably waited a little bit too long to see if... Oh, and he kills Taric for revenge. Oof. Well, look at that. Blue team winning in the lanes. Couldn't manage to do a proper team fight.
I thought so.
And Ezreal doing one final top. Well, that's the late night league for tonight.